Initially, when I arrived at Farm Fest, I was shocked to find the location actually pretty perfect.
Well, we moved into a house and we decided pretty much right away that this was a perfect place to have a lot of people come together to see some music, and it only took about till the right weekend came up till we decided to do it.
I didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but I was open to anything, and it wasn't overwhelming. Everything turned out fine. I had a good turnout. There's a great local music scene, really, in Harrisonburg. Had an idea to have all these bands get together for one weekend. And at first, it really wasn't anything formal, but people started to get really interested in it.
We just took the local Harrisonburg area, talked to some of our friends, and filled up 3 days worth of music.
The crowd and musicians and the producers, they were a lot of the same, really. We were all just really a huge group of fellow musicians and friends, and we really came together to help a whole weekend of music happen.
Everyone here was very key to make sure that people were drinking responsibly, people were partying, festivating responsibly.
We were able to spend the weekend doing the best thing you can do around here, and that's having fun with your friends and having an absolutely safe, local good time. We had JMU students, we had people's parents, because it did go on during Parents' Weekend, and that was also for them to come out.
So it wasn't just a college event. It trickled enough into the community to include all people who love music and from the grapevine.
It was just a time for people to come out and relax, camp out in the yard, eat a bunch of good food, have conversation, hang out by the bonfire, and it was a weekend for no worries about anything.
It was definitely enjoyable and a blast, but the most surprising thing, which I like to be surprised, was that each band that I had to work for was really trying to be a very quality entity and not just like throwing it out there for the party scene. They wanted something real to present, and the diversity of performers was great.
It was just a great time. Everyone was dancing, and there was lights everywhere. We were able to capture it, and funny thing was for how awesome that was, there was no trash, and everybody cleaned up after themselves. The Farm Fest experience was something that can only happen when you bring people together, put on a few bands, and let people dance. And it was as simple as that, and if you can do that every weekend, I think the world would be really happy.
Farm Fest experience, it was a weekend of enjoyment. It's going to happen again sometime in the spring. Once it's warmed up, birds chirping, flowers have bloomed. It'll be another great weekend.
It's a great show. Shit was mad fun.
Let's hear it for fucking Farm Fest right here. Let's go!